This is a message from your higher self. Grand and blissful risings, grand afternoon, wherever you are in the world, whoever is watching this. Thank you for watching my previous reading. If you are not already, like and subscribe to my channel, and also go to my other social media platforms that I view at the end of my video. So, one of my other readers on the social media matrix was using this deck last night, and I was just like, or this morning. Time has become very out of structure, and that's also why I'd like to check in and just be like, is everyone okay? Because I've been a bit, we won't go there, but there's been a lot of detachment, a lot of acceptance, a lot of forgiveness. We're on to a good start to the week. Sunday was a lot of I feel like there was a holy, restful energy in the energy yesterday, and I know it's been very hectic for a lot of people, but I would just like to see how everyone is doing. There we go. To start off with Temperance. Look how beautiful that card is. Learning how to balance the light and dark, okay? And it is that winding pathway that she's taken a while to get to, and there's that one foot in the water, and she's able to fill up her own jug/cup. I'm just going to be leaning my cards against my big selenite stick here. Any confirmation on the Temperance? What I was thinking is doing a couple of tarot, and then we will go to the Work Your Light and Moonology cards, just so everyone gets a bit of direction and homework today, just for the rest of the week. And just come back to me as well to see if this helps, because at the end of the day, this is my purpose here. I just want to help the collective on their journeys through their awakening. And it's hard, I can't lie, it's a very lonely place to be. So when you're in a spiritual awakening, if you're going through your dark night of the soul, these are certain tips basically that the higher self collective gives to us. And this is why tarot and oracle is very important, is just to help our intuition be guided. So we also have the Knight of Cups here. Within the Temperance card, the jug is being filled. So the emotional fulfillment here, and the white horse is also significant. There's a significance to the white horse in biblical matters as well. I can't remember. Sorry, so I'm dyslexic. There we go. That's all I'm going to say. And the colour yellow. Yellow is the colour of hope, joy, sunshine. So these cups are being filled in an emotional context, meaning to self, and it's not being self-serving, it's filling up your own cup so you are able to let the cup overflow to everybody else, okay? And it's a good start, to be honest, to have these cups involved here with the Monday collective energy. So let's just see, is there any further confirmation of Temperance and the Knight of Cups? Queen of Wands, Black Cat energy. So the Black Cat energy has been divinely activated, and I can tell you now, black cats are not bad luck. When you see a black cat literally stand there, I see you over there, I see you. Black cat energy is how us feminines, masculines get that drive of balancing, in a way, a friendship between our ego and higher self. And the Queen, that divine feminine with her peonies or peonies, however you say it, with her magic staff and the black cat energy right beside her protecting her, but she's on her royal throne. With this emotional fulfillment, this is what you're going to be leading to, is that confident black cat energy. And this is what we all need, to be honest, is when you go through that spiritual journey and you go through that spiritual awakening, Dark Night of the Soul is a very important chapter of that, because it gets you to understand how to alchemize your dark energy and use it for positivity. Everybody can balance light and dark. It's like in Harry Potter, when they talk about, the Dark Lord and all the dark wizards, they have learned how the Dark Lord and the dark wizardry learned how to alchemize the dark and light, but they chose to serve the light, which is to serve the darkness, which is self-serving. Whereas you have Dumbledore, you have Harry Potter, they're serving within the light. And when you can come to a balance of alchemizing your own darkness into your light, you can perform in ways where you go from a scared golden retriever to a black cat. So the black cat energy is fiercely when the divine feminine meets the masculine in a very unique way. The sun. There we go. Sunflowers and the sun. So we have the Knight of Cups and the sun with the relevance of colour here. Like I said, joy, sunshine. What I think is going to happen, especially within this summer, within this golden age, this tilting into the golden age, the amount of uprising. So from the black cat energy, you are literally connected to the higher source, the sun, and Mother Earth, which, depending on what card comes out next, I'm personally going like, this is coming into an inner divine union happening. Like everyone is coming to the inner union of meeting with their heart space. So we've been sat in our lower, I'm pointing to my belly, our lower chakra energies, especially in our like lower sacral and root, because we've been on a like really weird obsessive sexual energy. But now we're able to alchemize that into love. And you know, there's a lot of celibacy going on, there's a lot of, you know, deprivation of sexual action, so people can even get to the heart space. That's why a lot of people do perform celibacy, so they understand how to get to their heart space and understand what their heart needs, and then their physical needs can be met, but the inner need comes first, you know. So that is what I can see from the sunflower, and just the sunflower is the sun, just from that connection to Mother Earth and the sun. And then in between is you and the blossom of you, which is the sunflowers coming from, like, you know, the head. So I'm thinking this is becoming like inner union. The Chariot, there we go. The Chariot, another white horse. So there's a lot of relevance in this reading to each other. The white horse has met with the black horse. You have been able to balance dark and light. That Temperance card and the Chariot card go very well together, because this is the emotional and this is the physical. Like I said, with the cups and the filling up the water is your emotional side of balancing, but this is showing like somebody come get her, like that's that energy. You've been able to alchemize both and perform that outwards into the 3D. So you have 3 major arcana already: Temperance, the Sun, the Chariot. Very positive major arcana cards. And then you have that assisting with the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So knighthood and the Queen, the knight is serving to the Queen, okay? So even if you're looking at that, knight has a cup, giving it to the Queen. So that is even you filling up your feminine energy. This is, I think, a completely inner union, inner divine union reading for you guys. Like, King of Pentacles. So because you're able to channel the knight filling up the cup for the Queen, assisting that feminine energy, your masculine energy will be able to channel that money, you know, be able to channel that emotional fulfillment into the 3D, just like the Chariot. How exciting. That's actually really exciting, right? So work your light. Any homework. So if the collective needs to focus, Heavenly Father, like, what guidance is the collective needing to stay upon this grind? Because this grind here, if you're consistent at balancing and alchemizing yourself, you'll be able to gain that emotional fulfillment, and especially upgrading, like you're going from the Knight to the Queen and King. And the King of Pentacles, it's like, you know, the feminine is serving the emotional side, inner. And what the masculine does is he performs his best in the 3D. And that is what this King of Pentacles is showing me. So in between the Queen of Wands, working your magic in the feminine with that black cat energy, meeting with the Sun and the Chariot. So that duality of the horses, the black and the white horse, just going from the white horse to the black cat to the black and white horse. Like, this may be significant if people see these animals. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So what you are doing, individual who is watching this, whether you resonate highly in your masculine or your feminine, everybody suffers from ancestral patterns. It doesn't matter what side you are on, but what you can do is be the breaker of that. And whoever this is I'm reading to, you are about to go through a portal of yourself that you never ever thought would happen because you've rewritten your future. And I think that is the outcome of balancing and alchemizing your darkness within you and becoming friends with your darkness. You know, it's a part of you. And, you know, they say with spirituality, it's all love and light. It can't always be priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? So that might have been a question that somebody had been asked in the past, which has come to this alchemization shift and how you're able to channel the light and dark. Or this might be a question here because the lady's hadn't holding her palms out. You see there's like a kind of triangle going across her. That's like the Holy Trinity of, like, you know, alignment. And also she's balancing her hands out, which is very similar to temperance. So again, if you are a masculine who is detached from his divine feminine, inner divine feminine heart space, what are you being called to do to step up and lead? Feminines, if you are about to take that name call, you're in the waiting room, and I saw a video like, you're not late, you're early. There's a lot going on with the feminines where they're about to receive so much that they didn't realize. Are you being called up to lead that? What you're about to receive, are you ready to lead with that? So that's questions for both sides. What a lovely reading for a Monday. They say it's Manic Mondays, but not in this house. Get grounded. Love it. Love a bit of forest walking. So empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. So anybody who is an empath, I also think our neurodivergent brothers and sisters are struggling at the moment with the sensory shifts that's going on, especially if you can check out the Schumann resonance scale. That will explain the scientific, spiritual meaning of what's been going on with us recently as well. Anywho, get grounded, people. Connect with your ancestors and look at that alignment there. Sit with the roses, sit with the plants. And it is a frequency shift. That's what people need to understand, is we are frequency and we are shifting it. So even if you go out into nature, shift with the frequency. And even our queen, she's not just got roses, she has peonies, baby. Peonies. I'm like, I would rather have peonies over roses any day. If you want to aim like that, do it, you know? Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Great question. So identifying a trigger is like identifying a demon. Honestly, they hate it. Because when you identify a trigger, you then come to an understanding of, this is why this is why that. La 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 la. Rare tear tear. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of reflection that needs to happen, which is great, to be honest, because that can happen whilst you're getting grounded. So those are very good cards, and they've got matching beautiful flowers or roses in there. So if you are going to be going out to get grounded, like, I'd go out on your own. There's nothing wrong with your own company, and sit and ask yourself that question. And also sit and ask, how are you being called to step up and lead? Great question. Such a good question. It's like there's nothing wrong with self-development or self-improvement. As long as you are trying, that is all that matters. Last cards from here. Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? So attaching with this getting grounded and mirroring with the priestess, asking how you can step up and lead. Alongside with that, leading your feminine. How can you step up and lead your feminine? The Great Gathering, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. So I said in my previous reading in accountability that your soul tribe will be coming towards you whether you like it or not. And like I said, it's not their way or the highway. They will simply show you your best self, and it is up to your choice and your choosing, and up to your willingness if you want to be, you know, leading. How can you step up and lead? How can you aim higher? But the soul tribe is gathering. God is putting in a plan right now because he's fed up. He's so fed up. Soul family, there you go. Call in your tribe. You do not have to do it alone. That just, I rest my case. I rest my case with the Great Gathering. Your soul tribe is there. So, with the Work Your Light cards, tell us about the moons, because we've just had a Kazemi conjunction with Uranus and the sun in Taurus, which is basically like, you go get it. You go get your best life. You have the time of your life, because you live once. And we want to ascend this time. Do you know what I mean? I do not want to come back in a karmic loop. I swear another card. Oh, that's interesting. An angels and ancestors card is in this deck when it's not meant to be. The moon. Take note of intuitive messages. I'll put that in there, but I need to put that in my different box. But yeah, take note of those intuitive messages from the moon. Brilliant. The new moon in Aquarius, which is the new age of Aquarius, filling up your cup. Look at this. Bring love into the situation. Cups being filled. Cups being filled. Where's more water? Look at that. More water. So all the emotional stuff, even with the mirroring, there's a bit of water. The emotional stuff pouring into yourself. That is going to be the part of your abundance you won't even realize that was the, oh, well, because you did that, you're getting this. And that's what people don't realize with the way the universe and God works. Because you did that, you can do this. Because you've done that, you can get this. And you're like, if you even ask why, it's like, well, don't even hesitate. Nothing is yet set in stone. What the homework I think needs to be done is because we need to be getting grounded, mirroring ourselves. We need to be understanding our triggers, so we can sit and mother ourselves and be that inner child for a moment, heal. And then your adult self says, I protect you from now. No one's going to ever hurt you again. Never again. Even if it's that. If it's something to do with a mother wound and you can't fix it, go within to your heart space. Because if these things do happen, that's the balance in the middle card, is nothing is yet set in stone because the choices need to be made. This is the problem. This is the balancing of the scales. Told you. A new romantic cycle begins, a new moon in Libra. So we have a new moon in Aquarius and a new moon in Libra. Wow, we have a full moon in Taurus. Look at that. Your dreams need a practical plan. So as well as having not everything set in stone, this is the reason why. Not having a practical plan to meet the spiritual, to balance out those scales. And when it comes to the new romantic cycle beginning, that is within, with the unconditional love. Okay? I don't know what I'm even going to name this reading, but it's been a very positive outcome. Maybe filling up your cup, or cups being filled. But that's all I can say is, like, emotionally, people have learned how to fill up their own cup. So if you don't backtrack from this, you'll be able to perform in this duality. Okay? And I think taking note of these intuitive messages, asking yourself, how can I step up and lead? How can I do these things? How can I mother myself in the right way? Will bring you the continuing of your temperance. You will be sat in your black cat energy with your peonies and the sun creating an abundance. And I don't know if this will be the confirmation people need. It's Leo season, summertime. But a lot of the financial side is going to shift because you have learned to alchemize. And this is the thing, when people manifest, you have to be in a state of receiving it as well as manifesting it. So this is what you're doing. So happy for you. So I'm going to leave this one there. Happy Monday. I should have this uploaded by tonight, premiere by hopefully 9 p.m. So hopefully you check in with me. So much love to you and have a blissful week.